Well, hi there, and welcome to Home Wizards. I'm Cindy Dole.
Hey, I'm Eric Stromer.
And we love to improve your home and, well, I guess your life, too.
Every day of our lives.
Every second.
Every instant moment. Everything. We do it all the
It's
time.
awesome, and
Yeah.
we're so thrilled that you're with us because we want to make you feel that when you walk in that front door, you know what? You say, it's pretty darn good. I love where I live.
It's better than jail.
It's better than the neighbor's place.
That's right.
It's better than jail. But, you know, if you
Although, I put to you, if we did have folks in a jail cell, we could make that look better, too, with just a touch of color.
Sure.
Splash of color in that gray
Who
cell.
needs black and white?
No one.
Maybe orange. They say that orange is the new black.
But it might clash with the jumpsuit.
But home offices are something that I think a lot of us are working on. You have a
Yes.
home office. I have a home office.
I think everybody has it. You know, with telecommuting, it's kind of the thing.
It is,
right?
isn't
Everybody's
it?
got one. At least, you know, if they're not doing business out of there, they're doing their family business.
And I
out of
know
there.
that you recently did a purging of your home office.
Oh, did
didn't
I
you?
ever? Yes, and I threw it all away, and look at me now.
It's pretty. It's
pretty
nice
good.
and shiny,
it
isn't
makes
it?
you feel better. I'll
Doesn't
tell
it?
you. Yeah.
You can find things.
There's a psychological component that I think people don't realize.
What is that?
It just makes you feel like there's room now to let
To
more
think.
stuff in,
to create.
to create and let more stuff in. You're not all cluttered and crazy.
See,
Yeah.
I am totally that way because when I'm in my home office, which, by the way, we're going to talk about color a little bit later, it's a green apple paint color. And studies have shown that you want your home office to be a color that's going to not only make you feel soothed, but also energize you
Sure.
and make you feel that there's hope and you can think great thoughts. But beyond the color,
and think about it. If it's too cozy,
you're going to fall asleep.
Daddy's going right down.
Taking a nap.
Yeah, I was supposed to pay bills, and guess what? I just somehow woke up in my own drool puddle on the
Oh,
desk.
no.
Yeah, I did.
But if you can't find things, that becomes really stressful, I
Yeah.
think. And so thought we could talk about some great ways as we're still early in the new year, talking about more organization things. How do you store your stuff in your home office? Now,
It's a really good thing to do. This is a perfect time of year, as you
It
say.
is.
You know,
maybe you need to get rid of a lot of that paper that's sitting there on the desk, right? Because whether you operate a small business from home or you maybe have a dedicated room or a closet, right, in your apartment or whatever it is to handle your essential paperwork, right?
yeah, and even reorganizing files. Because, for example, my kid Wyatt's got a job today. He got a real modeling gig, right?
Great.
Thank goodness, because that goes to the college and the car and all that stuff. And he needed his work permit, which if you don't have an organizational system and you can't find it, guess what? The kid doesn't get the money, and then Dad gets mad.
Mm-hmm.
So passports, bills, organizational things that you need to, they're going to be sitting in the file for 4 months, and then you need them again. If you don't know where they are and you don't have a good system to begin with, then guess what? You're lost.
So does he have a system? He's going to get one now.
We got one now.
Good. So you want to organize your home office in a really ultra simple storage solutions kind of thing. So let's talk about ways, whether it's shelving and stacking books and boxes and bulletin boards and tacking up reminders and filing cabinets and all that stuff so that you can really feel like you have this seamless, streamlined thing, right?
Yeah. And I have experience with the tack up board with the dry erase marker.
Do you like that?
Here's why I don't.
I know.
Here's why I don't.
Uh-huh.
If the boxes aren't big enough, those pens don't have fine enough points to make the writing small enough to fit in the lines.
Uh-huh.
So you end up giving up on it.
And so like Tuesday is bleeding into Wednesday.
Tuesday is Thursday, and pretty soon
Oh,
you have no
no.
idea what's happening. You can't read your own writing.
Now, I am very much, as you know, a note taker, and so I go old school with physical paper. I use spiral notepads and write down notes all day long. I make my to-do lists and then prioritize. But I also do digital stuff. But I think that you've got to figure out your way. Do you want to keep your bills in a binder, so you can organize your financial business, or do you want them, in the filing cabinet? Or are you doing it all digitally too? Like this year, the government, by the way, is going to really streamline how we file taxes by electronic.
Yeah, it makes so much of a difference. Because speaking to that, in this purging that I just did of my own space, a lot of that stuff was, you have to save your papers from the government, your
10
taxes
years,
for
20
10 years,
years,
right?
yeah.
So I had literally boxes stacked to the ceiling of old tax returns, right, that are in huge binders, and each one has been done by the financial accountant person, and it takes up so much room. And I think people are paralyzed and don't know if they're supposed to keep it or not. is it 6 years? Is it 4? Is it 10? Well, if it's digital, it doesn't make any difference. And I think it makes a huge bit of sense to do that and make it all digital. So I'm glad. Yay to the government.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right.
Yay.
Although when you called them, I was on the hold with IRS about a half an hour, and when they get on the phone and to tell you you have to have a number to do it, they didn't know the process. So I just waited for half an hour, and
strangely
it was awesome.
like the DMV.
But anyway, you might want to keep all of your financial business and your bills in one place. You might want to buy a cheap 3-ring binder. Right? I love binders. We talk about home organization binders, and this could be something that is your home office binder. And then you get these plastic pencil, clear bags to put some of your supplies in, and then you can get sheet protectors inside there, and then dividers, and it could be everything from inside that bag you could put your checkbook and pen and stamps, and then inside you could have little insert pockets to store the bills and have payment coupons and other household bills as you receive them.
Yeah, I love the binder too, and the 3-ring binder, the pages turn easily, and they don't get caught up. Or like with the spiral notebook, the pages come out ultimately.
Yep.
You can't interchange them, and if it's the paper inserts, I think those tear on you too. So I love your idea.
Yeah, and also you want to be able to find your place. So having the dividers is great, right? What about labeled boxes? If you don't have a lot of drawers, this is something that is really handy. You can get labeled boxes that are super slender, and it becomes almost like a little drawer. So imagine having a shelf if you have just a very small space, and you can and there's a lot of these organization places, Container Store, you name it, where they're like either super all white or a vibrant color, or maybe it's a design that you love, or you can even cover it up, with wrapping paper and make your own. But I like the idea of stacking these very slender boxes, and now they become little drawers on top of a shelf.
I might even go as far as to call them slimline boxes.
Slimline. They're almost like necklace size, for jewelry boxes, but now you can use this for other things for your office. Anyway, we have more ideas to help you organize and streamline your home office. Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole, you're listening to Home Wizards. Check us out on our website, by the way, where you can always see and listen to the show, yourhomewizards.com. And even if time ain't really on my side. I just am not a fan of computer power cords.
Oh man,
doesn't that just drive you nuts?
Well, I just changed the location of my computer equipment from one place to another in the office, and the cords, when I took them all apart, were literally riddled with dust bunnies and dirt, basically. And for some reason, it attracts from the electrostatic energy. I think it all comes to the cords, right? So you really do have to kind of go through there and clean them off occasionally because they get kind of funky.
Oh, by the way,
I'm Eric Stromer.
And I'm Cindy Dole, and this is Home Wizards, and we're talking about ways to organize your home office. And Eric, you've just done it. You've just purged it all. So how did you kind of manage all of the cords?
Well, with the cords, it's really critical to label everything. Either take pictures with your phone or camera of where the connectors go, and then correlating tag of some sort with, a piece of masking tape where you'd write, input A to TV B or, computer A to whatever, right? So that when you take the cords off, where to reconnect them, because that could literally take you days to try and figure that out again.
A nightmare.
So it's really worth the preparation. Take the pictures, color code the marker, write where it goes, and I think you'll be good. And then clean the cords off. And then once you do that, there's a couple of really great corralling systems for cords. There's one that literally becomes like a clamp that goes around, maybe 10 cords and bunches them all together as one. Or there are different little sheathing devices where cords can run along the wall if you need to, or you can tack them up to the wall. But if they're just sort of dangling everywhere, especially if your desk is facing out into the room and those cords are coming out into the room, looks terrible.
I also love the idea of almost using the underneath desk area as a little cage for your cords.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are animals. We're going to put them where they belong, in a cage.
That's right.
Those cords.
Yeah.
And so basically you hook a little plastic or metal basket somehow how would you kind of hook that underneath your
Yeah,
desk?
yeah, you could screw up
it in
and
there.
then screw it up underneath
Yeah.
the desk, back far away from
Yes,
your legs.
so your
right?
knees aren't hitting it.
Right.
You with the long legs,
Right.
that's not going to feel good. But now you can run all the cords through there. Love it.
Perfect.
With the labels, you
With
know.
the labels, get it all done so you know for next time, where they go.
And if you don't have a label maker, it's a great investment. Maybe $30, you get one of those label makers, and now you just start to label everything. And that's what I've done, like for my husband's and my cell phone chargers. My husband thought I was nuts for doing this. I'm like, no. And so he has his, and I have mine. And now we know that we're not both taking all of the phone chargers.
And then label your kids, because I always mix
See?
their names up anyway when I'm mad. I'm like, Don, Bill, Joe, whatever you are, I'm mad. I do that. And I kind of wish we lived in a world with name tags, because when you go to the
Hello,
coffee
my name
joint,
is?
hello, my name is, and
Okay.
I feel so good when I can connect with someone and go, hello, Donna, may I have a latte, please?
See, you
Yeah.
love those
I do
those
love them.
bistro
Everyone
people.
should wear 'em.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baskets are another it's a low tech and really cheap thing, but it really works, and it may involve changing your habit to cut down on clutter. But every day when you get mail, you take it to your desk. On the tabletop row, you might have a basket, and how many baskets depends on your needs. But let's say one's for bills, one's for correspondence, one's for junk mail. And you kind of have your 1, 2, 3, and then as the basket's full, you can take it to recycling. Kind of come up with a system.
Right. Yeah, it's especially important to have the recycling separated out, because, as you know, the cities now honor their ability to recycle. So get it all in a basket, take that out to the blue can, throw all that stuff away, you're good to go. Guilt-free.
Yeah, and of course you can also do shredding. Are you shredding things? Are you shredding papers? Not really?
I do hand shredding. I don't do I don't have
Hand
a
shredding?
shredder. Yeah, I just tear them up.
Oh wow!
But I don't
Wow.
do it often.
Therapy, I guess.
I actually threw a bunch of stuff just in boxes that had all my information, which was really silly. But I was so over it by the
Yeah.
end of this experience of
like,
purging
get
everything. I was
done.
like, I don't care
Yeah.
anymore. Take my
I
identity.
dare you.
I dare you to take my identity.
They wouldn't.
No, I don't think so.
But especially since you're going to be on the Today Show, and we know who you are, and if someone else tries to be you, they can't.
They can't. They
It's not
can't.
working.
No.
Tuesday it is, right? Tuesday.
Tuesday,
We'll
yeah.
see you on the Today
I think
Show.
the Today Show, yeah.
Awesome.
9 or 10 o'clock somewhere. around there.
But if you are worried, though, and there is truly a real identity theft issue out there. So with your bank account, your social security number, your credit card applications, you do want to make sure you
Sure,
can
yeah.
shred them and cut them up. And, it is useless clutter. But by using it, putting things in a 2-shred box or basket right on the top of the shredder, so it's always there. And then once that's full, you just shred it.
Yeah.
Hit the button, go. You were talking about, doing digital stuff too. And by the way, we last Saturday talked about digitizing all of your photos and memories. And so as we try to get rid of more paper and physical clutter, right, but still maintaining our memories, you can listen to that on the website at yourhomewizards.com.
That's a good segment, yeah.
But electronic storage, it's another way to cut down on mountains of paper. You go paperless as much as possible. And a lot of companies now are offering paperless, email only, pay on the web billing, right? Cuts
Sure.
down on incoming mail. Do you do your banking through e-banking?
I do the banking online. Yeah,
Right.
I love it, and I also buy now most of my stuff online.
See?
I'm not. I think people are getting less
More
and less
comfortable.
intimidated by
Yeah.
credit cards going to and from, different sites
Right.
where you buy things, except Target.
Well, yeah,
But other
and
than-
I got an email from them too. Whoops. Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't Target's fault.
No, it
necessarily.
wasn't. It was those
bad guys.
It was those creepy bad
the bad
people.
guys.
Yeah.
Well, karma. They're not going to get a sale at Target.
They
just
might,
lost out.
They'll get their card declined somewhere.
But seriously, not only do you save a tree and a lot of mess, but you even might save some money by going as paperless, And there are even computer programs and services, by the way, where faxes arrive as emails, not pieces of paper, right?
yeah.
How often are you now signing documents? Have you signed a contract digitally?
Sure,
right?
I have. I love that. I love doing that. There's that one app where you can actually take pictures. It's a digital fax.
Yeah.
And then, you just
Scan your stuff.
it back. Yeah, it's
it
great.
makes a huge difference. Although we are
It
tactical
almost
people.
seems like wizards are involved in it somehow. It's
like
magic.
like a home wizard, maybe.
Well, maybe. Yeah.
But I still like old school and chalkboard walls. There's still something kind of fun about that. And so you can still clear your desk space by using some of that chalkboard paint.
Yeah, and again, if it's big creative space where you
Yeah.
don't have to have real specific writing, or you're just trying to, if you're Einstein, trying to figure out
Brainstorming.
some sort of a formula as
Sure.
it pertains to science,
Sure.
and it's big and creative. And
Mind mapping.
There you go. Then I think it makes sense. If it's real specific stuff and you're not a good
Yeah.
writer or printer, then
Yeah.
the chalk can't get a fine enough line. But
Yeah.
it sure is fun and it looks great.
It does.
It's also good to feature the specials of the day in a restaurant, which could be my kitchen.
See, it could be.
Today we're having chicken.
Love
It's
it.
going to be delicious.
What kind of chicken?
I'll put apricot on it. Some kind of
Really?
a glaze.
On a whole rotisserie chicken.
I just might do it.
Okay.
I'll let you know how it turns out next time.
Like some jam or something? Or
Well, it's a secret recipe. I just kind of made it up. I got
Okay.
caught, didn't I?
Oh, I like apricot. That sounds great.
It kind of does, doesn't it?
Maybe a little
I
liqueur.
did it once. I did it once with a Cornish game hen.
Oh, see?
It was apricot
See,
preserves.
I think
and
it's
some other
back in
kind-
your memory
yeah,
and
I
the
must
taste
have
buds.
done it.
I think it'll be yummy.
Thank you.
But you can use your chalkboard paint and put that in the frame and have what's coming up at the
Yeah.
Stromer house for
That's
the
it.
menu. But also, it's lovely in your home office. You know, another good tool is Hey, where's the cell phone, the iPod, all that stuff? Well, valet it. You can create with a nice little rectangular box the size of a shoebox, right? And that, again, stores all the plugs into one socket, and it's tucked away, and it's a great way just to kind of keep all of your devices.
This is a great thing for my son and I. We both have
multiple
where's my
devices.
phone? Where's my
Right.
keys? Where's my phone? Where are the keys?
Right. So a
that
little
would be
valet.
a great thing for each of us to have.
And
our own
you can
box.
buy these, but I like the idea of having that's where your phone, where your digital camera, whatever
Yeah.
else you have, all the outlets are tucked away, and it fits right into that one little
It's a destination.
device. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pegboard. We love pegboards for garages. It's not just for the garage, though, for hanging hammers and screwdrivers. You can attach like small boxes to a pegboard. You could put little drill holes in a small board and then attach that to a pegboard and use it for like your pens and your pencils and letter openers and sticky notes, right?
And it's cool because it's utilitarian
Yeah.
looking, but it can also be a really cool design element. It doesn't have to occupy the whole wall, but just a section. And then the thing with pegboard, and we talked about this before, you got to stand it off
yes.
the wall at least 3/4 of an inch so you can actually get the hooks in behind the pegboard. The way you do it is you create a framework around the panel of pegboard with one support in the center, and then you've got the hollow part from the pegboard to the wall where you can put your hooks in. So just before you put that stuff on your wall, make sure that you can get behind it and it's standing off the wall.
I bet you a lot of people forget that. They are so excited they've got
I've
their
got pegboard,
pegboard.
I've got pegboard.
Yay!
Yeah.
And now you're like, I can't.
I've got holes in the wall and it doesn't do anything.
It's not
Yeah,
working.
right.
Magazine holders and bookends are also really great. They're great storage boxes to, if you're saving, trying to get magazines off the floor and off the desk and out of the way, and onto a shelf or like a regular bookshelf. They look really neat when they're tucked into one of these vertical
They do.
magazine
They
holders.
do look great. Yeah. And conversely, they look awful when they're just strewn about and it looks like the chiropractor office with a bunch of auto magazines. That's not good.
It
but
feels
it
crazy.
feels cluttery, yeah.
Yeah. So
And the land of the magazine, I hate to say it, but I think those are starting to go away a lot more than I hope, because I loved leafing through a magazine, but
Yeah.
they're going away with iPads and stuff.
I
right?
think that there's still there's still folks like my husband who likes to still read a newspaper and hold it, and there's still
Yeah.
people that want to read a book and hold it, and a magazine too, and I love to rip through them and get ideas and
Sure.
put it in my style folder as well.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
well, we'll have all this on the website. Great ideas to help you make sure that your home office is organized, right? When we come back, we're going to help you make sure that your home is safe. We're going to kind of give you a quiz to make sure that you're doing all the right stuff so that the bad guys aren't finding their way into your place.
I
all right?
accept your challenge.
Okay. Eric Stormer, Cindy Dole, you're listening to Home Wizards.